Long ago, in the grand courts of England, there lived two remarkable sisters, Mary and Anne Boleyn. They were part of a noble family and were known for their beauty, intelligence, and charm. Among the hustle and bustle of the Tudor court, these sisters would play a crucial role in the story of one of England's most famous kings, Henry VIII. Henry VIII was a powerful and determined ruler who had one pressing concern. He needed a male heir to secure his throne and continue his dynasty. His marriage to Queen Catherine of Aragon, however, had not produced the son he so desperately wanted. As Henry grew increasingly anxious about the future, his attention was drawn to the lively court, where a new face had captured his interest. Anne Boleyn, unlike many others at court, was not just beautiful but also intelligent, witty, and ambitious. She was different from anyone Henry had ever met, and soon the king found himself falling deeply in love with her. However, there was one major problem. Henry was already married to Catherine. In those days, marriage was considered sacred, and the Pope in Rome had the final say in matters of divorce. But Henry was not one to be easily deterred. His love for Anne, combined with his desperate need for a male heir, led him to make a bold and unprecedented decision. He decided to break away from the Roman Catholic Church and establish the Church of England, a new church where he, not the Pope, was the supreme authority. This move allowed him to divorce Catherine and marry Anne Boleyn, a decision that would change the course of English history forever. Anne Boleyn was crowned Queen of England in a magnificent ceremony. The people of England were filled with hope and excitement for the future. Everyone, including Henry, eagerly awaited the birth of a male heir who would secure the Tudor line. However, in 1533, Anne gave birth not to a son, but to a daughter, whom they named Elizabeth. Although Henry was disappointed, little did he know that this baby girl would grow up to become one of England's greatest and most beloved monarchs. As time passed, Anne's position as queen became increasingly precarious. Court life was full of intrigue, and Anne had many enemies. In 1536, just 3 years after becoming queen, Anne was accused of treason. She was arrested, imprisoned in the Tower of London, and eventually executed, a tragic end for the once powerful queen. Despite the tragedy of her mother's death, Elizabeth grew up strong, wise, and determined. She inherited her mother's intelligence and her father's determination. In 1558, Elizabeth ascended to the throne, becoming Queen Elizabeth I. Her reign would go down in history as one of England's golden ages. Under her rule, England flourished, becoming a major world power and a centre of culture and exploration. The story of the Boleyn sisters and Henry VIII is filled with drama, ambition, and tragedy. But it ultimately led to the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. Elizabeth's legacy is a testament to the strength and resilience that she inherited from both her parents. She left an indelible mark on history, and her reign remains one of the most celebrated chapters in the story of England.